This is Chicago. Doors open on the left at Chicago.
Welcome to Chicago. Welcome to Chicago. Welcome to Chicago.
This is Chicago. Doors open on the left at Chicago.
Welcome to Chicago.
Welcome to Chicago. You are tuned into the TCSF podcast with Big Z in the house. We got Stevie B for the No Water on the Weekend podcast. We just wrapped up another live episode, which is so if you haven't checked it out, check it out after you're done with us. But yeah, Stevie just finished that, and I think Ivan might be joining us at some point. We don't know yet. Ivan's wait. He's out there. So
Ivan's time.
Ivan's on Ivan's time. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Except when you want to go to the Cubs game at 6:30 in the morning to go to Detroit, then he's outside, ready to go. So
he's really
I think because he paid for it, so that makes sense. So
definitely makes sense. We're coming straight from the 606 Media Studios, powered by True Chicago Sports Fans. This is episode 254. No more bull, please. We're fired up, ready to go. Ready to talk about Chicago sports. Lots of news that actually happened this week. Last week was kind of a lull, but this week it's been a great week for Chicago sports, depending how you look at it, right? Remember to go to 606 Media for all of your ultimate source for all things Chicago. Don't forget to swing by 606media.com to go and look at all our podcasts. I'm going to start updating the website a little bit more and putting some pictures and bios this week. But you can also get merch. We have TCSF podcast t-shirts, hoodies, Razorbacks, tank tops, softball shirts. We got all that cool stuff. And we also have For the Love of Sports merchandise line. And that one is just, it's dear and close to my heart because I designed it and whatever, but it's a cool line. And then we also have the No Water on Weekend merch line that's up there. And, you should have shirts up there today after this episode. They should be up there. So there'll be some new shirts up there. So definitely hook your boys up by spending some coin and getting some merch and representing what the podcast that you support. So
talking to JC, I'm gonna send him some money so it could get him to press it really quick so I could wear them and showcase them. Pretty much the same thing, just the design logo. And then by next week Monday, you actually have you'll see me in the merch. I'll even do a little dance for you guys. If you want.
JC is working today, so that's why he's not on. But that means he's working today, and he says he's going to start vacation soon, which means definitely get him to press some shirts for us.
Yeah, because he's going to be on vacation next week, so I'm going to make him do some work. Yeah, exactly.
We definitely got to put him to work. Yeah.
So again, next week Monday he should be off. And he should be a part of the show. I believe he will be. I'm just speaking on behalf of him. I really don't know, but I don't know how long his vacation is. I would assume he's taking a week off.
Yeah, I'm assuming a week, right?
So that's why he's working today. So I would assume that. But So go buy the stuff.
Go buy some stuff. Yeah.
The economy's great. It's booming. We could afford, nice things.
And once you buy the stuff, take a picture with it and then send it over to us so that way we can highlight you on the next. I'm working on the newest commercial, so we're gonna highlight you guys and have you on the screen so that we can show you love. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out which one we're gonna do here.
I mean, that one's fine.
I was gonna do. If we could do side by side, all of it. No, that doesn't work. No. I'm
just
reading.
Pick one before we get sick.
Yeah, I'll leave it right there. Definitely. So again, buy some merch, take some pictures, send it over to us. We'll put you in the commercial that we play during our break. So definitely hook us up there. If you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, remember to
smash and subscribe.
That's right. What up, Izzy? What up? Definitely smash and subscribe, share it. We need 5-star reviews on the podcast apps. If you're on the YouTube, give us a thumbs up on all of our videos and all our clips. That helps us get pushed out by YouTube and the rest of everybody. So add you to what, Israel? I have no idea what you're talking about.
If you're Snapchat.
I haven't been on Snapchat in forever. Looking for more ways to get involved, support. What is going on? So the internet is just interneting today. It's just going crazy. Like earlier, I couldn't get in.
Yeah, it's screwing me over right now. Like,
is it?
Yeah, you guys are very, very choppy to me. Like I'm not outside,
Yeah.
But Yeah, you guys are like freezing up.
I
and shit.
literally just got signed out of my my Google Drive for no reason. I'm literally just staring at it.
Is there a storm? There's no storm, right?
No, it's just really dark.
It's really dark out there. It is really dark out there. It's supposed to. It says it's not going to rain, but then it rains. So I'm in Chicago.
Yeah.
So you never know. Definitely, if you want to get involved, go to anchor.fm/True Chicago Sports Fans. And for as little as 99 cents a month, you can support us, keep the conversation going, put some coin in our pockets. So that way you can pay for all the stuff that's going on here. So please do that. And while you're here, subscribe to the rest of the podcast family, which is in Podsicated with Big Z. There's 14 great episodes. I've filmed 2 episodes recently. Those will be up in September. I'm taking a break from posting during the summer while I work on the TCSF pod and the website and everything else, just trying to get everything out done before bear season starts. And then No Water on the Weekend, who just got off from being live. So if you haven't seen their latest episode after you're done with us, jump on and watch that one. You can find it on 606 Media on our YouTube page
and No Water on the Weekend YouTube page.
Perfect.
So yeah, subscribe to both of them. Watch them 3 times. Yeah. So that's the exclusive. You get to see it right away because it's a live show. Sean will do the audio. It'll be on Spotify, wherever you listen to it. But yeah, if you want it right away and laugh and you're having a really bad day, watch on YouTube.
Yeah, definitely. These guys are pretty funny. Without further ado, let's get into episode 254, No Bull. We're going to talk about the Cubs, who are struggling at the moment. Just dropped that series, to the Astros. The White Sox take this series from the Giants.
Shocker.
Hey.
That was a shocker to me. I wasn't expecting that, but
they should have won all 3 games. Honestly, they should have won all 3.
Yeah, you're right. The Giants should have won all 3.
No, not the Giants. Well, the Giants could have won all 3, but I don't think that they're in that. They're going through a slump just like the Cubs. We got the Bulls, who finished up the draft. We'll talk about the 2 draft picks. We'll talk about signings that happened today. We'll talk about like what's going on with the front office, because we're going to get really into it with all that. And then the Blackhawks also made their selections. We'll talk about that in the back end. But let's talk Cubbies. What is going on with the Cubbies? And why are you guys losing now? You have the best offense. And
hold on. So right now,
let's not act like it's like we're getting blown out.
Yeah,
blown out. You
No.
lost the series to the Astros, a good team.
That is true. But okay, so as of right now, with statistics and with my math skills, 96 wins are projected for the Cubs. So that would be, I would win both those bets for the White Sox. Well, I'll talk about them and their projections and what they're not even going to get 60. They're going to have 56, which is close, but we don't know. So I'm hopeful here. All right. For the month of June, Cubs are 13-13. Not great. That's 500. Okay. As of the last 10 games, Milwaukee has been 8 out of 10, winning 80% of the last 10 games. St. Louis, 7 out of 10, 70%. The Cubs, 4 out of 6. So it's not great.
4 out of 10.
Yeah, 4 out of 10. Okay, so you're not, again, my math. But it's not great, right? You're having these teams and you're trying to gain some distance. 2.5 out of St. Louis and 2 from Milwaukee. It's not great. And I told you last week, Jose, I might hit the panic button. Ivan dropped.
Yeah, Ivan dropped out. His internet.
So
acting up. Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, my hand's over the button. I'm not pressing it just yet because this week we have a homestand, and the Cubs play better when they're at home, but they're also a great away team too, but not this week. And I said they had to go 4-3, and I'll take it. They lose the first 2 to St. Louis, right? But then the last 2, they shut them out and not have them score any runs. And with that first St. Louis game, and I sent you the video, Ben Brown, I'm always a big fan of him. I think this guy has talent. But what did I say on the show? If he doesn't do well, he's going to get demoted and go back to AAA, and you said he might go to the bullpen.
I thought they should have put him in the bullpen. I don't really think there's a reason to put him down there. You can always use an extra arm in the bullpen. Okay, anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, so we have the last 80 games we have left of the season. It seems like a lot, but this month it's always going to be July soon. July weekend is this week for the July weekend. So in that time of this last week, Ben Brown got demoted. Cade Horton had a bad outing yesterday.
Man, which was great. It was great to see the kid that you
Yeah.
traded for. He hit a 3-run bomb. It was great.
Yeah. Ian Happ didn't play well this weekend. He had 161 average with 1 home run and 5 RBIs. That's fine. It's not great, but he was still hitting it. PCA is in a slump. This past weekend with the Astros had 0 home runs and 1 RBI, averaging 185.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone's saying it's a decline. This is where we go down. I think it was just this week, even with the series with the Detroit Tigers. Okay, that's why we went, 13-13 for the month of June. July, you can't have that same thing because then you end up in a wild card spot. You want to win the division. You got to win the division. The fans want to win the division. We do not want a wild card. We missed the wild card 3 years in a row.
You do not want to be a wild card
I
team.
do not want to be a wild card team.
No, you don't between the Dodgers in the first round or San Diego or even the Giants. You don't know. I think, maybe all 3 of those teams will be in the playoffs.
I will say if the Cubs win the Central, there will be another NL Central team in the wild card. I think Cardinals or Milwaukee, depending on who pulls out of that one. I think there might be another one.
Man, Dooley, you look at the Dodgers, they're 53-32. Okay, yeah. I mean, they're all pretty much.
I think the Phillies will be a wild card. No, the Mets would be a wild card team. I think Philly wins the East with that one.
We still don't know. I mean,
I'm going off assumption, and I'm going off of what I think. I might not necessarily be right. My record on the show is pretty good, but I will say that it's up to Jed Hoyer at this moment in time. It's up to Jed Hoyer to fix this team. The bullpen has not been looking great.
Nope.
Okay, and the starters are not, doing well. Shota Imanaga pitched really well on his comeback game on Thursday last week.
Yeah.
And against the Cards, and he did well. So you have this, but the current thing with this Cubs have to sort out is approaching, and this team is, the functioning of a third base, and I think Matt Shaw is great. I think if you could have someone else back him up or swap him out, because he's great defensively, offensively he's in a slump. I think everyone in this team is a little bit in a slump.
He has hit a rough patch.
Yeah,
you've had 2 good months. It's going to happen to every baseball team where they're going to go on a losing streak. They're going to go in a lull where the pitching's not there, then the hitting's not there, then both not. It happens to every team. So Cub fans, do not panic. It is okay. There's no need to overreact. July's around the corner. It gets hot. It'll be fine. You guys are going to be fine. Now, there's trade rumors, possibly going to get Mitch Keller from the Pirates.
That deal fell apart.
Yeah. So, I mean, that could still happen. We got 30 days. Reliever David Bednar. They were talking about Alcantara in the Marlins, but that's going to be a hefty price because there's 1 or 2 years of control, and then if they get the other kid, he's a little younger, so I don't know how many prospects you're going to have to give up for that. Yeah, so we're not getting Craig Kimbrell. I don't think he's even in the MLB. He's like in the minors or somewhere.
Yeah, I will say this: Matthew Boyd has been very good for the Cubs. Yep. He's been very good. My only issue: he's worked 92 innings so far. Okay, that's the highest since 2019. But in the next 2 months or few months, what is this guy going to have left?
Nothing.
Exactly. So I'm
Cade Horton, who has never pitched over 100 innings. So it's like you're going to have to shut him down anyways.
You shut him down, or when you get close to the end of the race. But this is issues. Like you need pitchers, you need bullpen, you need those things. Now the hitting is going to be the hitting. We've seen him hit. See him slumping right now, but
I still think you need another third baseman. I think you need more bench pieces because the bench pieces that you have are not good.
Yeah. The rookies have been behaving like rookies, and that's known to be seen right now. Cade Horton's 9 starts. He's produced 4 games scoring above 50. So, I don't know how much we could do, but again, this season falls on Jed. It definitely does. I think this is a make or break for him. I do not see if anything, if we don't make it the playoffs, that would be devastating because we're above 500 team, but we fell short, and every single year has been falling short. And again, Big Z saying, "Don't panic, we'll be okay." If we get those pieces, I understand that. But Matthew Boyd, he's been playing, doing really well. I just don't know how much is going to have left in the tank. And this guy's been awesome.
I mean, you have Chris Flexen who can do
right.
start for you, and even if you do it as a spot start or even as an opener, however you may want to use him, he's got one of those rubber arms that's been lasting forever. So you would definitely use him. Again, there's players on here like Vidal Brujan and John Birdie and who was the other one I was looking at the other day? This other player. I'm like, who are these players just on the bench that should not be on the bench at all? Another one's Justin Turner. Like he's really have not produced for the Cubbies.
Right.
So I don't know why he would be on there. He might be like the insurance policy at first and third, but the Cubs need a third baseman. They need pitching. They need middle relief. I think the closer has been kind of settled with the kid and mixed matching with Palencia. Did Palencia go on he's not hurt, is he?
No.
Okay, good.
No, he pitched on Saturday, I believe, and got the close. Yeah. So tomorrow we have Cleveland in town, and then Friday, 4th of July weekend, I'm trying to go on the 4th on a Friday, a 1:20 game to go see the Cardinals game. They're in town. So for these next this week and this 2-game series before we talk about it on Monday, I like to think that we could take the series for Cleveland. I like to. I mean, we're at home. We'll bounce back. I think we could take 2 out of 3.
You think you take 2 out of 3 from Cleveland?
I would. Well, they're a good team. They're 40-42. I'm not saying they're bad, but they're a good team. They play good ball. I'm just saying we're at home. I want to say, this week, going up. I think we take 2 out of 3. I'm hoping for 2 out of 3.
Okay. All right.
And then with St. Louis this weekend, and it's a 3-game series. It's not a 4-game series like we split last week. So I don't know. I say we lose a series in that, and we win 4th of July, but the Saturday and Sunday, I don't know.
I think you split the games, those 6 games, you end up 3-3. I think you're going to continue to just float by right now. And I just don't know what the Cubs need. Do you want to be in the front of the line and start trading early, or are you going to wait till the last second? And it seems like people are waiting till the last second when it comes to MLB.
Right, because they don't know if it's all about it's all about money, because like the Arizona Diamondbacks, they're not sellers because they're good, but they don't want to tell the fans that they're selling because then they probably won't want to go to the games.
Well, they just literally the pitcher that they're going to that's on a trading block. They literally had his bobblehead day, so I'm pretty sure you don't want to trade him before the day of the bobblehead, right? So I mean, yeah, they will be selling. They won't be selling the entire team. They'll move one or 2 pieces. The Cubs are looking at a couple pieces as well, like the third baseman for Colorado, just as a bench piece. So there's a lot of rumors, but again, this not true yet. So I'm
looking at Israel's comment, the guy from the Marlins. I think they're going to want a lot from him. They're going to want a lot, and I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I wouldn't be
funny because he's got like a 7 ERA right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they ask for a lot from him, but I don't know. Really, it's up in the air, and I think with this team, we have to see how it goes this week. If we go 3-3, my hand is getting a little close to the panic button a little bit, because if you can't beat the Cardinals in your division, look at the other teams. Phillies, Mets are choking right now, which is funny to see Mets fans get all upset. But I don't know. I feel like we're just going to be in the middle, and I don't want to be in the middle. So
Israel, he has a 7 ERA. He's been struggling all season, man. He had one good start prior to this past start, and then he got lit up again. So the Cubs pitchers are struggling.
But the only relief I have is Shota, because he's been and Matthew Boyd, and I don't know, Ben Brown. I don't know how far he's going to stay in AAA. Maybe he'll play 2 games and then come up again.
Yeah.
Just to get, some confidence. So we'll see. So that's all I got for the Cubs. I mean,
3-3. It is a long season. We're just
no, it is
halfway mark, so we're okay. We're okay, guys.
now.
Fans, do not panic.
I will say this: are you gonna buy the White Sox 4th of July hat? Do you ever buy those?
No.
I like this year's one, so I might ride my.
The 4th of July, not the All-Star one.
No, the 4th of July.
The 4th of July does look pretty sweet, but I literally just bought the. It just came in, the pinstripe, the new City Connect, that came in. Oh, there's Ivan.
There he is.
There he is. Or he's not.
He's not. But I'm thinking about picking up the 4th of July hat before 4th of July because they might sell out. I would assume
They're not gonna.
It's a hot hat, man. There's one that's a trucker. You know me, I'm rocking trucker all summer. So I might get it.
Israel, the White Sox could win 85 games if we added the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, they're projected to get 56, so that would be under.
All right, we'll be all right. I'm gonna drop Ivan real quick till he gets his act together over there. White Sox. Speaking of the White Sox, big win this series against the Giants of San Francisco. They had a 7-3 victory. They had a 1-0 victory with Benintendi, on one knee home run. Great defense, great running. Like, it was really an all-around series win. Oh, he dropped off again. Yep. Even like the Chase Meyer drops going into second. He stops his cleat, he jumps over and hits the bag, or it doesn't get tagged out. Just like it's starting to come together. Like, the small little things that we've been watching all season. This team is now watchable. Like, you can watch these games. Like, oh, they lost 3-1. They lost 2-1. They, 1-0. Not a big deal. There is a couple games you do get blown out. Turn those off. That happens to every single team. Like, the Yankees got blown out by Colorado, so it happens. So Lelin Sosa came back from being injured and has been a spark plug for the team. He had a 2-run homer and a 5 RBI night. It's just you wouldn't expect that to have a big bat appearance by Lelin Sosa. So I've always thought him as a middle tier or a supplemental piece, in and out of the lineup, where he's substituting a lot. But right now he's found his bat and he's hitting. So it's really great to see. The White Sox have pretty good pitching, and the pitchers that they do have that, like Hauser, who they picked up and fixed or, straightened them out. He might be a trade bait. They also picked up Noah Essengue, Thor. He pitched 1 inning in the minor leagues for a scoreless inning. So he'll be in Los Angeles tomorrow with the team. So you have that. Other news, we got Noah Schultz and Braden Montgomery named to the Futures game. Colson Montgomery got Player of the Week with 4 extra base hits. So these young kids are moving up the ladder very quickly. And I'm telling you, once they move up and they get onto the team, and all these kids are playing together.
Montgomery played this weekend, or was he sent down to AAA and then they might bring him back?
Colson Montgomery has not played for the major league team yet.
Okay, so
he's the one that they sent to Arizona to fix his swing. Okay,
so my thing is, at some point, I would rather have him be called up to play in the middle of summer and that, instead of bringing him up at the end. I think that'd be more beneficial for him. I will say this: Tachman yesterday went 3 for 4. Mm-hmm. So he
Trade
has his day. Yeah, I mean.
All right, Izzy, thanks for chopping in. Thanks, Izzy.
See you later, man.
Yeah, have a good 4th.
You too. But yeah, so with Tachman there, I think it's great. He's 3 out of 4. He's a veteran at this point. So if you could get something for him, I know he loves the city of Chicago. He was with the Cubs and then went to White Sox. So, but yeah, that was pretty cool. But with that kid, Colson, I eventually I'd like to see him come up because he's supposed to be a stud. So.
Yeah, he was supposed to break camp with the team, and then they just sent him down to let him get some more reps. And what ended up happening, he went into a slump, and it was so bad that they had to pull him and send him to Arizona, where he was getting one-on-one coaching So he wasn't playing games, but he was getting one-on-one coaching and simulation and stuff like that, and it seemed to work out. Then he had like a bad 3-4 days, and now he's hot again. They're young, the rookies. It's gonna do that. They're gonna do that. Right now, like Lou Bob is on an injured list. He's on a 15-day IL with a hamstring. Surprise, surprise. Another White Sox player with a hamstring issue. Don't know what it is. I don't know if it's precaution of he has a hamstring issue, and hey, sit down for a little bit, and then when he come back, get a couple hits so we can trade you, because he's really not doing nothing. Then it's time. It's time.
So you've been talking a lot about the positives for the White Sox. How about the one player that's been talking about, he was on a podcast talking about how players last couple of years were faking injuries and going to the doctors.
I think that was Clint Frazier.
Yeah.
He was on a podcast. I can't remember the name of the podcast at the moment, but yeah, he was over there talking about how it was with I gotta type that up. White Sox coaches, because I forgot his name because I blocked it out of my memory already.
Well, you have to. But
right.
Yeah, so he was saying that the clubhouse was really toxic, that no one really wanted to be there. No one really wanted to there was no effort. Play.
No running the first.
No effort.
No effort. We saw that product. We saw those guys had no effort. And you're talking about your Moncadas. You're talking about like all the pitchers that were drinking in the bullpen or sleeping in the bullpen. It was definitely a bad time. You just want to bring my stuff down. Like, why are you doing that?
Yeah, that's my job.
Yeah, it is your job. It is your job.
And do you want to apologize and tell everyone that White Sox fans are not as bad as heckling?
First of all, that guy was from Naperville. He's not from Chicago. All right.
Yeah, so he's from Naperville, but he's still a White Sox fan.
No, he's not a White Sox fan. No, he's not. He wore a Bears jersey. A White Sox fan that goes to a White Sox game is wearing a White Sox jersey or a pair.
Ivan wore a Bears jersey at Detroit, so it's still still a Cubs fan.
He is not. You do not claim him, and he's a piece of what for saying that about what's his cartel.
Yeah, I don't know. You posted about it, and I saw it. And then people found out who he was, his LinkedIn, and then everyone's been throwing dog shit at his house.
Well, again, don't be an a-hole. Don't be an a-hole. Just
almost burning his house down. So, like the Steve Bartman syndrome.
Oh, well, Bartman, you can't even.
No, you can't. I'm just saying the harassment is there. As much as that, but yeah. So So if you want to say,
I don't need to apologize to I didn't do anything. I mean, I do not condone that kind of behavior. I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of people get brave when they're behind the screen or behind texting or tweeting, or if they're at a sports event, they get really brave because they think they can do whatever they want. No, you can't.
Right.
No, you can't. What if the NBA player snaps? He's 275 pounds and comes towards you and beats you up. Then what? Yes, you're gonna get paid, but I'm pretty sure you won't do it again.
No, after you got the money. But no, MLB one-upped him and said he's not involved to go to any MLB parks ever. So he's banned.
Yeah, he's definitely banned from all MLB parks. He should just be banned from all sporting events.
Thanks, JC. I love you, man.
Yeah, we love you. We're definitely gonna put you to work.
Oh yeah, next week your vacation. You think you're gonna be relaxing? You got another one coming.
Yeah, shirts and hats, buddy. Shirts and hats.
I don't want to see you on a boat at all. Okay, you get one day. That's it.
Yeah, well, it's Sunday, the Lord's Day.
Yeah.
Pedro Grifol is the name of the idiot that was coaching the White Sox when all that stuff happened. Yeah, he literally had no control, and he literally was being threatened by players saying, "You're not going to take me out of the game. You're not going to sub me. You're not going." Yeah, essentially, he had no control. It was the inmates. Our podcast from the Lake House. It was the inmates running the asylum. So, again, we're in a better place. I feel like our front office right now.
That's an option.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I like to talk about those negativity days, the days that I was grinning. I was super happy. I love chaos in the White Sox area. It's so fun to me because it's the friendly confines up north. So, yep.
No, it is not. No, it is not.
Okay. If it's not, then I'm not no water on the weekend. It's it really is. The friendly confines. They say it all the time. It's on the side. It's the friendliest place in the world.
So you're telling me no one ever fights there?
Not each other. That's for sure.
What are you talking about? They don't fight each other.
No, they fight the rival teams. Okay.
Oh my God.
And if they do, I turn the other way because I don't want to believe it.
Oh man, yeah, the White Sox again. They're doing good. They're watchable. Here, I got a small.
Wait, have you been watching them?
That's the problem. I have to go to a bar to watch them because
you can't go to a bar that everyone knows you and not have a good time because there's a bucket after a bucket after a bucket, and then you leave walking home, walking on sunshine.
Yeah, that's literally what my rant is gonna be. It's like I loved it when they were on regular TV. Because I had one TV that had the antenna and it worked perfectly fine. So I could have my White Sox on one screen and watch whatever the other stuff I watch on the other screen. Now I got to go to the bar and I'm like, I don't want to be at the bar every day, dude. I really don't. So sometimes I have to listen on the radio when I'm driving. I do still enjoy listening to the baseball game over the radio. It's great. Even though I do not like Len. DJ's okay, but whatever. That's a whole another issue. But why is it only on Comcast? Why is it only on Comcast? Why is it only on DirecTV? What is wrong with you guys? Just you could have left it alone. You could have left it alone. Just leave it on regular TV.
Or wait till it's all settled and everyone gets to see it. And wait till the end of the season. Why do it during season? This is what I don't get.
Just idiots. I don't understand it. Like you had NBC Sports or whatever it was called before, right? They have the channel already set. All you had to do was change the name, keep the channel there. It was on everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I was even watching the White Sox games when the Cubs weren't playing or the Cubs were over with. I'd jump in and watch the White Sox game and I'd have popcorn and I'd laugh a little bit at every out or whatever. And if they won, I'd be pissed and I'd get a text from Big Z saying, "Ha, we won."
Yeah,
definitely. So, but yeah, I want to watch once we get transition, but I want to watch hockey and this is going to be a problem. I'm going to cancel Marquee at the end of the season, depending on where we land. But if after that, I think I might just solely watch hockey and just dial into the Blackhawks in that point. And we'll talk more about why that's going to be exciting. And, so.
Yeah, we also have the crosstown coming up in a couple of weeks. So JC saying he had a friend get kicked out in the third for fighting. Dude, I don't like going to those games just for that reason. There is so many it's like amateur hour drinking because they've been partying since the 9 a.m. and then they get into ballpark and someone gets brave and it's just a disaster.
So wait, we're not gonna go?
Yeah, but probably in the expensive seats, not in the cheap seats.
Oh well, I don't know. Okay.
How about you have your mom hook us up with a sweet White Sox game?
She's actually going with my uncle and she's trying to. She didn't even ask me. I'm her only son, and I don't get invited to go.
Wow,
I get it. She took her brother. It's fine. He's a White Sox fan. But I mean, she's trying to get me a ticket. I'll see. But I doubt if I go, I'm gonna have to pay for it, and I'll go with you. I'll go to the south side of Chicago. I'll go to Rate Field because the ratings there aren't good.
Wow.
I'll tell you.
Wow.
So, but no, I'll go. I'll go to a day game. I like the day games more than night games.
Didn't you get fired from Rate?
Yeah, guarantee rate. Yeah, absolutely. Because they were doing layoffs because the housing industry isn't doing so well. If you haven't noticed, it wasn't because of my performance. It definitely was not because of that. It was because of it was because of the economy and the housing industry, and it's a lot of more to it, guys. It's a lot. Like if you know about the housing income, I
want to see your performance review, sir.
Huh?
I want to see your performance review.
Fine, I'll go and ask him. Write me a review.
No, you should have your performance review.
No, I just get the pink slip and there you go. I don't even ask why. I just
leave the
all right.
Leave the
Hi.
stapler.
Yeah, staple it to my shirt so I can leave with it,
So you can
like
show it to your mom.
like at school. Yeah, Mom, it happened again.
I got in trouble. Oh
They
man.
were picking on me.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wrapping up the White Sox. They are going to LA. They're probably gonna get their face kicked in.
Who are they playing in LA?
They're
Dodgers?
playing. Yeah, they're playing the Dodgers.
Dodgers.
The Dodgers are playing for 3 games starting tomorrow night. So
I want to see if Tori from Blue Collar Happy Hour is gonna go. I want to see if I can get him to go.
Yeah, text him. So they got 3 against so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at the Dodgers, and then they have a 3-game series versus the Rockies out in Colorado. So it's gonna be the battle of the bottom feeders, and then they come home to the Blue Jays. And so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday against the Blue Jays. So we'll talk about that when they come back. But I see a split.
Really?
I think
I see a sweep with the Dodgers.
I think they take 1 for the Dodgers. They're playing really good right now.
I don't think so.
I think they take, because the Dodgers have like 18 people on the IL right now.
Yeah, they do. They have a lot of people. Maybe if you are religious and say God willing, maybe 1, but
they'll get one. Dude, they just beat the Giants.
They're having a bad day.
Oh, well, the Dodgers have a bad day.
Yeah, it's baseball. Anything can happen if you build it.
Do not let Ohtani hit. Walk him out and walk him every single time. Just throw the 4. Go to first base, bro.
They should have the intentional walk. Just do it, throw 1 pitch, and just say the walk him instead of throwing 4 pitches.
You don't have to throw 4 pitches. You just put up the 4.
Oh, okay. So
the manager throws up that, and it says 4 pitches. So
yeah, absolutely. That's a good rule.
Also, you won't mess up. You might throw a ball into the ground or over the catcher's head, or even in the zone, and that's out of here. So, So the White Sox again.
You're gonna say split 3 out of 3?
I say they lose one of the Rocky games, and they win one of the Dodgers games. So that's 3-3.
Okay. All right. We'll see.
All right. We'll see. All right. Cool. Let's take a small break, and then on the flip side, we're going to talk Chicago Bulls and Blackhawks, and then what you're watching, because there was a lot of stuff that was released this week on all platforms. So we'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Hey there, Chicago enthusiasts. Are you ready to take your fandom to the next level? The True Chicago Sports Fan Podcast has got you covered with some serious cool merch that screams Chicago pride. From cozy sweaters to trendy tank tops, we got it all. Show off your love for the city with our iconic red, white, and blue logo, or stand out with our exclusive collection for the love of sports. Whether you're lounging at home, breaking a sweat at the gym, or cheering on your team at a game, our gear is a must-have for all you diehard Chicago sports fans out there. Don't hesitate. Visit bonfire.com/store/606-media-store/, or simply just click the link in the description and snag your gear ASAP. Get ready to make some noise, show your pride, and embrace the Chicago spirit with True Chicago Sports Fan Podcast merch. Designed for you, the ultimate fan, for the love of sports. Hey guys, it's Steven.
And this is Sean, and you are listening to True Chicago Sports Fans.
Don't forget to listen to No War on the Weekend. New episodes on Monday. You can find us anywhere you listen to podcasts.
Yeah, so we're going to go do a couple of shots. So let's kick it back over to Big Z.
Water on the weekend.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back to the TCSF podcast with Big Z in the house. We got Steve B from the No Water on the Weekend podcast.
Oh my God!
You need to redo that commercial now that you guys can film stuff.
Yeah. We're gonna have to, and then I got to do one with the merch line. So I got to design the t-shirts and get that going.
Yeah, definitely got to do that. So, basketball, we got the Bulls. Some news today that they re-signed Trey Jones to a 3-year deal worth $24 million, so $8 per year. This is days after trading Lonzo Ball for Isaac Okoro. If you don't know who Isaac Okoro is, he's a young up-and-coming player that was on the Cavaliers. He plays above the rim. He can shot block. So I think, in my opinion, I think that the reassuring that you have Trey Jones, who came off the bench and gave you guys a spark and a toughness coming off the bench, really good signing. I think the trade for Isaac Okoro is a really good trade because Lonzo Ball spent 2 years not playing, even though we're taking on $1 or $1.5 million more in salary with Isaac's contract, but he is a lot younger. So I really like that. So it looks like the Bulls are turning the page and saying, yes, we messed up. We're going to wipe the slate clean. Everyone that's gone. And I literally had this up here and I wanted to show.
Yeah.
Screen. Look at this.
Yep.
Who they traded. Make my screen a little bigger. Yeah. So they've traded DeRozan, Zach, Alex, Alonzo, and then they've gotten Giddey, Huter, Chris Duarte, Isaac Okoro, Zach Collins, Trey Jones. They got their own 2025 pick back from the Kings and 2 second-round picks, which they don't do anything with second-round picks. I don't know why.
I feel like we get a lot more for that group that we just traded.
Yeah, you could have got a lot more picks.
You could have got a lot more picks. I mean, Alex Russo is an NBA champion, two-time champion. You could have got more. You could have got a lot of OKC's picks that are coming up in the future. You could have got a lot more from
Okoro is he plays around the rim. You don't have to give him the ball. He is aggressive. His minutes were diminished. Oh, why is that up there? The minutes were diminished because of the short rotation that Cleveland had. So his numbers went down towards the end of the season, not because he sucked. I think he has a bigger upside than Pat Will. I know Pat Will is still young, and Stacey King was on his podcast praising Pat Will, saying, that he's still young and still can turn it around. He might. That's always been the Bulls' model, right? They'll draft somebody, they don't develop them, and then they go somewhere else. Larry Marketing, Tyson Chandler, like they go somewhere else and they blossom. We don't know how to develop. We don't know how to
Jimmy
draft.
Butler. Well, he did well, but then he went off and
started coming.
Did his thing.
Yeah.
So, am I going to go to any Bulls games? No. Am I going to watch them if they're
because your mom's going to get free tickets?
Oh, yeah. If that's the case, then I'll go. But am I going to watch them? No. Am I going to buy beers there? Maybe one. Am I going to buy merch? No. I mean, I have my Bull stuff. I'm not going to go buy a new hat. Like if it's a Cubs or a Blackhawks, like things like that. Absolutely.
Oh,
but
God.
But no, with this team, I don't see anything them getting better. I think it's just consistent. And you're turning, you're mostly finance. Like that's what you're mostly worried about, money.
And they're looking to trade Ayo and or Kobe. Like, why? Those are your two consistent players that weren't hurt. I mean, Ayo was hurt towards the end of the year. I get that, but they played very well this season. And if you look at Kobe's numbers, his percentages also all went up as the years have gone. So why? I don't understand. Just don't understand it. Why would you get rid of those two guys? Vooch is still on the team. Vooch needs to be traded.
And I don't know.
Vooch is a good dude, but he needs to be traded and go to a contender and go win somewhere else.
Yeah, I don't know why they're holding on to him. And you know what I feel is going to happen? He's going to stay with the Bulls, and he's just going to be another season, and that's what's going to happen.
And he's going to walk.
And he's going to walk, and he's going to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yep, that's typical Bulls, not getting anything in return, just letting him walk.
Yeah. Do you watch the Summer League?
I haven't in a while, but I might.
Yeah, they just released the schedule today, and nothing to be excited about.
Because I know what's his face. He's
to blow it up. Because JC, do you trust this brainchild of AK Eversley to get it right? They could have drafted, and I'll pull up the draft picks that they got this year. They could have got Queen, and they didn't get Queen. They ended up getting this kid right here,
Noa
Essengue. He might be great. He might be a bust. We're not gonna know. But Queen was ready to go and be a starter. He was ready to. He's NBA ready. And in the second round, they picked up. I can't say his name.
Lachan
Obrant. He's from Australia, I believe. Right?
Yeah.
You got the French guy and the Australian guy. So
communication and talking to each other, if they don't know English, is going to be
I'm
very.
Pretty sure they know English. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, like, what is it? Saya probably knows a little bit of English, but he still has his translator. You know what I mean? He knows probably understands more than he could speak it. But again, unless you know the signs of like cutting to the posting. Like I don't know, but whatever. Maybe they know English, and I hope they probably do. I don't know.
Yeah, they should have. They quietly gave the front office an extension and Billy Donovan.
I don't know why. I do not know why.
If you're bad at your job, why are you getting? See, Steven was bad at his job and he got fired. So,
yeah, I don't get to keep my job. You know what? I want to work for. You know what? I'll work for the Bulls front office because I'll never get fired.
No, you won't. No, you
and
won't.
I want that job. I'll never get fired.
Yeah.
And then I get to bring all my TCF fans, my teammates, my crew members, and give them a box and let them eat and drink as much as they want. And then Big Z walking on sunshine.
I would
back home.
It's 9 blocks. Yeah, they feed you there if you work at the.
Man, I be getting a beef every time.
I don't know if they have beefs every day, but I know they have a kitchen for the employees there that they feed.
Oh, family meal. I want a beef.
I don't know. It's kind of like Grupo, I guess. I don't know.
You used to work there?
No. I used to work for the Bulls during the game days. That's it. I wasn't a full-time employee.
Oh, you're saying front office. Okay, yeah. They have a cook there. I was thinking like as just working there.
Just because you got extended doesn't mean I can't fire you on your day off. Steven knows all about it. Damn,
yeah, exactly.
JC's throwing shade.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. So, I mean, Spider-Man and Craig from Friday, I can relate to them. They're broke, poor, and always lose a job. So that's why if you see the lights flicker here, it's because I'm taking the electricity from the building next door. So,
Oh my God. The Bulls are rumored to be in the Kuminga sign and trade. There's a lot of rumors with the Bulls right now. It's just like the Cubs and the White Sox. Tons of rumors and then nothing happens. So I don't.
And then we wait till next year. We'll be better next year. It's a saying that I could put on a T-shirt for TCF. We'll be better next year.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So I don't know. I'll watch the Bulls at the UC if it's free, like you said, but I'm not going to go out of my way. I'll watch the highlights and I'll read articles. And
I won't be able to watch it anyways.
Yeah, I won't be able to.
CHA Sun is not on.
Isn't it $30? Isn't it 30? Oh, it's not.
It should be part of the Hulu package, but it's not. It's stupid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The only thing that I'm lucky about is the Bears have not decided to have their own network. So
God, well,
they can't because it's got to be. It's
The NFL does that. The NFL as an organization does all that. So, So thank God.
Imagine that. Oh God, that'd be terrible.
God no. What's the comment? I gotta keep moving my laptop. It's in the way. Israel can be the next Phil Jackson. Okay, go ahead.
Hey, you
can't
like
do any
it?
worse.
Yeah,
you can't do any worse.
You won't get fired.
Yeah, you won't. Let's see. We're looking at 25, 26. We still have Vooch on the books for 21, Patrick Williams for 18, and he still got 3 more years and a player option. That's stupid. That was such a stupid signing. Kevin Hooter for 18 mil as well. Zach Collins for 18 mil just for the rest of this year. Kobe White, that's why they're trying to carry Kobe because he's on his last year of his contract making 12.9-ish. So they're maybe trying to get some value back because they don't want to pay. Essentially, they're going to tear it down to the stubs. That's why they're trading Io as well. He's making $7,500,000.
It's all financial stuff.
Yeah,
it's all it is. They want to get rid of it, and then it's like the White Sox. You're going to have kids on there, and you're not going to know who they are and why bother going.
Yeah, Buzelis is on the contract for another 3 years.
Yeah, it's a White Sox family thing.
Carter picked up his option for 6.8. Good for him. Dalen Terry 1 more year, $5,300,000, and Julian Phillips for this year and next year. Yeah, it's bad. So I think what's the payroll? 134 mil.
They want it to be 24 mil, give or take. So that's what I'm saying. If you're a Bulls fan, don't go to the games. Watch the highlights.
Yes, do not go to the games.
Don't go to the games.
Yeah, don't spend money. Yes.
Yeah, don't spend your money there. If you're going to go to the Madhouse, you're going to go to the UC, go spend your money on the Blackhawks. And I'm excited, and I'll tell you why when we transition.
Please. Well, yeah, go ahead.
All right. So this 2025 draft, we had 10 picks. Okay. So Blackhawks made 8 selections in all, 6 forwards and 1 defensive and 1 goaltender, originally with 10 picks. Chicago traded their 2 second-round picks, 34 and 62, for the 29th pick in the first round. We had the 3rd pick in overall. He's a center. Anton. Yeah. Guy looks great. He's a forward. I need him to be a Bash brother if he can. I think he'll be a really great guy.
We do need size. Yep.
To help turn all the smoke and mirrors at first for the first 3 picks. New York Islanders took the defensive Matthew Sheffier, and the Sharks with Michael Misa. The guy that we drafted, I'm excited to see. I think this kid's going to be great. I think he's going to be helping out Bedard in being on the ice. I'm excited. He looks great in a Blackhawks jersey, and actually that jersey that he wore on draft day that they gave him is the 100-year jersey that they've been promoting.
I was literally going to pull that up right now. It's not that much different. What's the difference?
So the only difference is the gold stitching around the logo instead of it being black. And usually right here on the collar, it's white, but they put it black, and the patch. So it's not really that different. I thought when I saw the video, I was excited. I'm like, they're going to make this thing look great. And it's great. But the stitching's the only difference in with the patch. If I want, I'll go buy a patch and then put it on my jerseys.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull this up now.
Yeah.
Okay. So the collars, it's black and it's got the NHL here. It's got the
tassels.
Yeah, the tassels there, Circle Sports, and then the Black Hawk is outlined in gold.
Yeah, not in black like it usually is.
Well, the outline of the Black Hawk is still in black. It's just now it has an extra gold around it. That's
right. That was I think in the 70s or 80s, something like that they did. For the 25 pick, they selected Vakal Nesserolin. He's a right wing.
God bless you.
I honestly, I think I'm butchering these names. I have to hear the announcers say it first, and then I'll get to know these guys. And a lot, unless I met them in person. But he was a 25 pick. He was selected a right winger. They call him the Lumberjack, most notably for the Lumberjacks. That's who he used to play for. He won in the Clark Cup this past season, so he's on a high because he's a champion from where he was at. So overall, these picks that they got, 29, they got a center, Mason West. That's an easy name to say. He's a center. Chicago traded their 2 second-round picks, 34 and 64, and for the Hurricanes to get him the 29th pick. I think the Blackhawks front office did a great job. I think they fixed some of the parts that they needed in the draft. They're suspects until we see them in, but I think the picks that they got some good picks. They're filling holes. I would have liked more defensive guys.
Yeah, because I thought he was taking a lot of shots at him last season.
He was.
The goalie. Yeah, go ahead.
They did draft a goalie. Another right wing. Where's the goalie name? Another center, 98. They got Julius Schrumpf. So they got a lot. Forward for the 107th, they got Parker Holmes. He's a forward. He got him. So, he's 18 years old, has 10 points in 51 games. He's 18 years old. He's got some development and growth, and he could be a future piece. The defensive guy that they got was Ashton Cumby. He's a defensive guy. He's 19 years old. So a lot of these guys are young.
They're going to be in Rockford.
So they're going to,
they'll be with the Ice Hogs and get developed out there.
Yeah. So if they get pulled up, but some of these guys they're going to put the 3rd round draft pick is going to be in the roster,
Well, we'll see.
If he's ready. But the goaltender of the 194th overall selection is Ilya Kanskarski. He's a goaltender. The Blackhawks traded with the Panthers for the 197th pick. He split the season between this other person in Russia, so he's Russian, maybe. And yeah, he overall had 22-8-1 record with that team. So his goaltending was 2.24 GAA, so goals against average. And he had a .938 SV, so save percentage. So I mean, these are numbers that are pretty good. That's actually pretty good, 28-8-1. So I'm excited for this guy. So we'll see. I mean, you need goalies to have competition, or at least rotate them, because you don't want to play them every single game. That's an important job. Right. So I'm excited. Half of these guys who come in midseason, or if they make a spot because they're that good. These kids are great. They're all young guys. They're all under 20. OKC did that. A lot of them were like barely 21, 22, 23 years old. No,
the Blackhawks are building it the right way. They stripped it all the way down to the studs and then built it back up. So
yeah, they're developing. Their biggest thing is like they develop players. I feel like they can.
Yeah,
but
we've seen them do that before. So I have faith in the Blackhawks, and they'll be good. I think they should be around 500 this year, and then they'll take the next big step next year. So we'll see them start signing free agents. Speaking of that, tomorrow is free agency opens for the NHL, and it looks like today was for the NBA. There's a lot of signings of NBA players moving around. So not the Bulls, but everyone else.
Yeah. We're just gonna save money.
Yeah, we're just gonna
put it into marketing products. That's essentially what it's going for.
Of course, into bobbleheads. Yeah,
bobbleheads, merch, new designs, new jerseys.
Yeah, it's all about the merch.
It's all about getting money in their pockets and not putting a product out on the court for the people, because they know we're gonna go anyway, or not going. But
I'm not going.
People are gonna go.
Steve B, I want to ask you a question, man.
Go ahead.
What are you watching that is in sports?
The Bear, man.
How did you enjoy the Bear? I know. Are we gonna give out spoilers? I mean,
I will say this. I binged it all last night. Actually,
there's short episodes. Yeah, it's easy to binge.
So the Bear. I was telling Sean this on Noa on the weekend. I don't know if I've worked in the industry, not like as a cook or anything like that. I've been a line guy, hands, put the food out, whatever, put it on the tray, go pass it out.
Yeah.
At the Metropolitan at the Sears Tower. And food runner, that's the correct term. I don't get the whole luxury and how to eat food when it gets served, because I'm not that classy. I'm a beef burger, hot dog, cheap food on the run kind of guy. But the character development of each one has anxiety, panic attacks, mental health. Like, it's all about what's going on in your mind. And a lot of things I can relate to. There's family things outside. There's dating things with Carmi. So overall, I mean, I'm learning new things about myself, and I'm self-diagnosing myself while I'm watching the show last night. And that has been great. I will say, I think I'm in the last episode. It was already like 4:00 in the morning, and I was like, I need to go to bed.
Why?
I mean, if not, I'm not going to wake up till 4:00 in the afternoon.
Oh boy.
So yeah, but that I've been watching, and the little kid in me with Looney Tunes, The Day the Earth Doomed. It's on HBO Max.
HBO, I did see that. Yeah.
It's funny. I mean, I've always loved the Looney Tunes as a kid, going to Six Flags and stuff like that. And yeah, that was also a great one. I mean, it was fun to watch. But most has been, I was catching up on the Bear because the new season came out this past Friday. So I'm on the last episode. But what about you? What are you watching?
I did binge the Bear. I thought it was phenomenal. Some people are like, oh, they just recycled the last season. I'm like,
Actually, you see an up. You don't see as much chaos.
Yes, it's not as much chaos. That's literally how they start the season, talking about the chaos and how much Karma loves it. And yes, and that he loves it and doesn't love it, right? It's detrimental to his health. But that's all he's known when it comes to the kitchen, and that's the atmosphere as it is. Definitely enjoyed it. Binged it in one day, and then Squid Games came out as well on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a great series, a great ending with a cliffhanger. I'm not gonna spoil it, but there's a story that goes throughout the entire series of the younger brother trying to find the island. That whole story was irrelevant, just
filler.
a waste. just a complete waste of time. It was.
You know what's crazy? Not only that dropped on Friday, Fortnite has Squid Game's map that you could do all the stuff with, especially with the girl that twists her head like peekaboo or when you're running. Yeah. So, and then they had characters and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm not spending my money on that.
I thought the games this half season or whatever it was were lackluster. I didn't think they were like that crazy like the seasons before.
Yeah.
But I will say this, and I know this is not going to really be a spoiler if you've been on social media. So they're looking to Squid Games in the US, and it's going to be LA based.
Like Saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a Squid Game universe. So there's going to be one that's going to be here. There's going to be a Europe one. Like it's going to, spread all over the world. So.
I will say this week, Wednesday, Sean and I will be at Regal Theater watching Jurassic World Rebirth. Big Z actually has the information if he wants to go and watch it. I'm excited for it. I'm probably not going to buy the bucket.
What's the bucket for Jurassic Park?
So there's one that's at Cinemark that it's the head of the T-Rex. But you can't, it's not like the Jaws 50th anniversary one where you put your hand in the mouth, which they should have done that with the T-Rex. They didn't do it. It's in the back and it's a smaller section. So pretty much it's just,
I see. It's like
not that
neck.
Yeah, it's not that great.
You have the dinosaur and you pull it from the popcorn from the back of the neck, which is whatever. Okay.
It's not that, it's a cool design of a T-Rex, but it's not like a popcorn bucket now. Cinemark or not Cinemark, Regal has the one where it's a clear blue test tube and there's like a dinosaur that's in the middle of it, and it's like it's
a gyrosphere. Yeah, it's a gyrosphere blue raptor popcorn bucket.
Yeah. And
then there's a one with an egg.
Yes, I do not want the egg one.
Oh well.
But yeah, so I don't think I'm gonna get it. I might buy the cup if that. Cups look cool. I know the Superman tins are out. You could buy one with crypto and put the popcorn in the thing. The Superman cup from AMC, it's all blue. It's got his logo and it's like the Fortress of Solitude, the ice on the side, which looks great. So, but Wednesday, I'm excited. The movie review got 8 out of 10. I think I'm hearing a lot of good reviews
on the Superman?
No, on Jurassic World.
Okay.
So it's getting good reviews. So I'm excited to go see it on Wednesday. Actually, I thought today was actually Tuesday when I woke up. So that tells you how my weekend was. But yeah, so there's that. Anything else that you're excited of watching? That's pretty much it.
No, I mean, I'm excited for these movies that are coming out. Everything else is really just there's really not any other shows. Been watching The Shy just because I want to keep up with it. And that, that's it.
Yeah, I do want to say Ivan Martinez, who's Mr. Martinez and sells suits. He's a sponsor for Nowhere on the Weekend, or we promote him. This past weekend, he had a big weekend. He opened his own shop, and his party was this weekend. So really proud of him for doing that, following his dream. If you need a suit, it's by Mr. Martinez on Instagram. Send him his measurements. He'll figure it out. It comes, true to size. And if you need a suit and you're in Minnesota, be sure to go check him out. Or if you want to drive over there, I didn't get invited because of the fact that he's probably thinking, yeah, Steven's piece of shit car wouldn't make it to Minnesota again. So I'm going with that. But yeah, I did congratulate him. So another Latino making a staple in the Midwest. So I'm proud of him.
Yeah, that's awesome. Sean is chiming in. Fantastic for popcorn buckets. Steven, any thoughts? No, this is a PG show, sir.
Yeah, it's an inappropriate popcorn bucket if you turn it a certain angle. Yeah, so I'll just say that.
Yeah, it is not kid looking funny. I do want the Superman.
I want the tin. I don't really want the crypto one. I know you're a big dog fan, so you probably want.
I want the tin where it looks like There's one where he's there's two of them then, right? There's two tins. One that looks like a popcorn machine and it has a Superman logo on it.
Yeah.
And then the other one is like the Daily Planet newspaper thing.
Yep. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know what Superman, where we go. That's at AMC, I believe. And then we're going to Regal back again for Fantastic Four.
All right.
So Regal, AMC, Fantastic Four will be at Regal. So yeah. Regal, AMC, Regal.
Talk off here and figure those things out. Sean, thanks for chiming in, bro. Love it. CM Punk lost. Womp womp. Well, JC, every time I say, did you watch wrestling? You don't watch wrestling. And then when you're not here, you're watching wrestling. Come on, man.
He saw the highlights.
Yeah, he saw the highlights. He saw the highlights on Instagram, whatever. Yes, I'm wearing my CM Punk shirt in support because he got screwed by Seth Rollins. So,
if you do have a chance, watch the South Park episode where they make fun of wrestling, and all the kids want to be wrestlers, and the coach for a grade school wants to teach them wrestling, but it's not the wrestling that they think it is. It's the wrestling of pinning people down. Carmen is like, I want to be the White Russian, and they're like, okay, the coach. So it's funny, and it's a good episode if you have a chance to go see it.
Yeah, you showed me that clip. I laughed, and I'm not a big South Park fan.
Yeah. Oh, I am. Their new episodes come out in July, the 25th, I believe.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, whatever. I'm ready to get out of here. And,
Let's do it.
Yeah, flip this show. So thank you, everybody. That is it for today. Thank you to our fans for listening, watching, supporting, buying merch. Again, if you buy the merch, take a picture with it on, and then me and Steve are working on collecting all these pictures and then putting a nice commercial so you can be featured in our commercial. So definitely send that over to truechicagosportsfans@gmail.com. So thank you for supporting us. 254 episodes and counting. Thank you to our sponsor, 606 Media, True Chicago Sports Fans. And you can check us out on our media. They're all down there. Boom, 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 boom. They put them down there for you. Or you can go in the description, or I'll have them in there. If you have something to share with us, whether it's a topic, whether it's food, shows, movies, or you want to argue about something we said, hit us up at TCSF Pod on the Twitter, Facebook, IG. They're on there, True Chicago Sports Fans Podcast. On Facebook, it's just straight True Chicago Sports Fans. But yeah, reach out. We like talking to people. All right, everybody. For Stevie B, I am Big Z, and we'll see you next time for episode 255. And until then, be good to each other for the love of sports.